seconds of that second quarter rather than the end zone interception by Paul Bennett, who knows, it might have been a totally different football game. Johns was the ball carrier, and he did leap high in the air and appears to have got it. If they spot it at the 25, it is a first down. So indicated by Bud Ulrich. Five minutes, 42 seconds left to play in the third quarter. The winner goes on to next Sunday's Grey Cup game, and we'll have it for you here on CTV. We've got all the pregame festivities for you, so you won't miss a thing as long as you're watching CTV. Barnes over the head of Mike McTagg.
Well, the Concordes started this drive with a little over 8 minutes remaining in the third quarter. They're down close to the 5-minute mark, so even though they have put together a pretty good drive, they've taken nearly 3 minutes off the clock, and even though it's only the third quarter, time isn't against them.
So it's 2nd and 10, the ball at the 25. Barnes going to Dwight Edwards, but he never could pick up the ball. He was turning every which way. Les Brown was defending on him. He was not the primary receiver by any means, but there was good coverage by Hamilton. And then when Joe was trying to make up something, he spotted Dwight Edwards. He also had Alan Reed out there, but he knew that Reed wouldn't have enough to get the ball into the end zone, and that's what he wanted.
Well, you know, this is truly a tremendous defense Hamilton's put together. Excellent front four and linebackers, and that secondary, second in the CFL this year in total yardage given up. So these guys can play man-to-man zone. It's a good, solid group.
Montreal will go for a 33-yard field goal by Roy Kurtz, and it's good.
And I'm sure Hamilton's happy to give up just 3 points on that drive.
4:35 left to play in the third quarter. Hamilton 36, Montreal 14. We'll be back in a moment. Team ball game, but the Ticats have it well in control as they start from their 35. Steve Jackson taking that reception from Ken Hobart, swinging out of the backfield, and he gets the ball over the 40 to the 43. Paul Gray, number 42, and George Smith, number 61, the defensive end, were there to bring him down.
Oh, here's a guy you got to like. Steve Jackson in his second year from Guelph, filling in for the injured Dave Graffey. He's 6'4", 230 pounds, primarily a blocking back, and he's really done a good job this afternoon allowing Ken Hobart the time to throw that football.
And the ball carrier this time, again, is Steve Jackson, but I don't think that he picked up that first down. The placement of the ball will be all important.
Well, he's originally a slot back, but they beefed him up. It's a tight end, actually, at Guelph, but they beefed him up now to be a backup fullback, and now in the Eastern Final getting his chance to start.
Well, on third down and less than a yard to go, Bernie Ruoff and the punting unit is out there. There's no question that they are short. And I think that Al Bruno is very wise to kick this ball away. I mean, why give Montreal a free shot at it from the 44-yard line if you turn it over?
Well, you know, if he had a suspect defense, I think maybe he'd think twice. But, you know, when you've got the kind of group that he has, you know, he'll say, give up the football. I got a good defense. Try and score on us.
It's third and a full yard to go, so Bernie Ruoff stands back at his 30 to punt.
I laughed at Al Bruno yesterday when someone said, have you made any changes on defense? He said, what, do you think I'm crazy?
And what a brute by Ruoff. Chases Skipper back to his 20. Bernie's going to have to make the play. Skipper's going to go all the way for the touchdown, and there are no flags. A 91-yard return by Harry Skipper. And don't go away, because this is the Canadian Football League, and a lot stranger things have happened.
Excellent blocks and an excellent cutback right there. He makes a nice move to get by Bernie Ruoff, and I can't see who it was, but
Jacques Chapdelaine.
Yeah, Jacques Chapdelaine did the job on Rocky DiPietro, and boy, oh boy, 91 yards, Harry Skipper. Gosh, can he make the big plays on special teams? I think we saw him take a punt all the way earlier in the season for a touchdown. And, boy, if you're ever going to try and turn a game around or get your team back in it, there's no easier way than to do it on the special teams.
They're going to go for 2 points here. And into the end zone for Rocky, but he cannot get to the football.
Boy, they've had great difficulty when they've been down around that goal line area and connecting on their passes. That interception by Paul Bennett, and now Joe Barnes not able to connect with Nick Araki deep in the end zone. There you see it. Mark Streeter providing the coverage, double coverage. You saw Leo Ezrins running with him, and that's been the strategy all day defensively for Hamilton. Well, I think maybe if you could pick up on our field level, Mike, Gary Dirchik was saying Hamilton had 13 people out on the field defending there.
That's pretty good defense.
I'd say it's great if you can get away with it. Maybe that's why they double covered Nick.
Maybe that's why they played so well the last 6 games of the season.
Nah, they haven't done it every game.
Okay.
They save it for the playoffs.
It's 36-20. Hamilton leading it with 3:19 left. They led it 29-3 at one point. Okay, let's have a poll right now. Do you say they kick it deep or they go the onside?
Oh, you got to kick it deep. We're still in the third quarter.
Absolutely. Ham them in down there.
I can't believe you even said that.
Well, I wanted to get something going here because you seem to be going to sleep on me a little.
This game is far from over, gentlemen.
All right, there's a comment for you.
Well,
hey, Bill, way to go out on a limb.
Let me tell you this. A lot of people might think that the game is over, and I know you'll be talking that it isn't, but in the CFL, you can go to the last 5 minutes and make up 2 touchdowns.
Rufus Crawford runs into a wall at the 29-yard line, and that's where the Hamilton Ticats are going to put it into play.
I know it's where you get all your information, Bill.
That's right.
This is Johnny Shepard, and Shepard picks his way out over the 35 to about the 36-yard line. You know, Bill, you were saying who holds the interception record. Would that be Bud Grant with about 5 in one game?
How did you guess that?
I have my own CFL book at home.
Yeah. Well, you're absolutely right, and that was back in the, what was it, 1950 or something?
No, not 50. 50, well, 53, I would say. It's second down, 3 yards to go, Hamilton. Hobart throws, and Stapler makes the catch and has the first down for the Ticats at the 42-yard line with 2:15 left to play in this third quarter. Hamilton 36, Montreal 20.
I can't believe how I set you up to look good.
See, and we never discussed this. Why don't you just come out and say that I have a mind for these things?
What you have is a statistician named Bobby Layden.
All right, it's first down, Hamilton. The ball at the 42.5-yard line. Hobart fires. Over deep Pietro's head. It's picked off by Phil Jones. Excuse me, Aaron Hill, number 8. And Hill is inside the 40 to the 38-yard line. And this comes with 1:39 left in this third quarter.
Well, this is a very poorly thrown ball by Kenny Hobart. He just simply overthrew Rocky DiPietro. And Aaron Hill does a great job to come up with that interception. And strangely enough, that's his first interception of 1985. Wow, as this game changed around, it was that 91-yard punt return for a touchdown by Harry Skipper. The defense has done their job.
Barnes trying to set up the screen to Tony Johns, but it was read well by Leo Ezrins, and he simply disrupted the entire flow.
Well, there's Aaron Hill, his first interception, as I mentioned, on the season. Couldn't have come at a much more opportunistic time than that.
Aaron Hill from Lamar University has given Montreal an opportunity to come back even further than they have. It's second down, 9 yards to go from their 38, from the Hamilton 38. Flag is down. Barnes' pass was intended for Jeff Patterson, but broken up by Donovan Rose. Holding is the call against Montreal.
Well, we can't. Bud Ulrich's mic isn't working, but I'm sure it was number 60, the left tackle, Blake Nell. As soon as Grover Covington got past him, the flag flew out of the pocket.
And as football fans know, we call you the spy because you can always detect those things. Second down, 20 yards to go. The pass down the middle. What a catch by Jeff Patterson. Patterson is to the 31-yard line. Barnes was really decked. Donovan Rose was on the tackle, but what a catch by Patterson.
Oh, but Joe Barnes is really hurt. He's tried to get up, and he went back down, but watch as he steps up. He just gets drilled. No way to protect yourself. That's Rod Skillman, number 59, who nailed him. But Jeff Patterson made a great catch and got them close enough for a decent third down gamble now.
Thank you, Bill. On third down, Roy Kurtz's 39-yard field goal is good.
That's a very important field goal as well, because now they don't have to worry about going for two-point converts if they're able to score some touchdowns.
This has turned into quite a football game. It really has. I mean, it was 29-3 Hamilton at one point. It is now 36-23. They've still got a long way to come, but they've got a full quarter to do so.
And Pat, I'll tell you, the emotion on the Montreal bench now is just electric. They had to score, I think, on that drive in any form, just to keep the drive alive. Now, they're talking comeback, and believe me, they're serious.
You saw a quick flash of Joe Barnes on the bench, and it looks as though he's going to be all right.
Yeah, he's okay.
Good.
Hobart swings it out to Jackson, and Jackson is upended immediately by Aaron Hill. Boy, Hill was going to make sure that he didn't go any further, and he nailed him for a loss of about 3 yards. As the third quarter comes to an end, it is Hamilton 36, Montreal 23. We've got a long way to go. We'll be back with the fourth quarter in a moment. It is 2nd and 15. Hamilton the ball back at their 31. The pass is caught by Rocky DiPietro, who really has been outstanding in this football game. And what a big reception that is. The ball was right on the money by Ken Hobart up to the 50-yard line. And that will keep Hamilton in possession. And that's what they want to do right now. Hang on to the football. They lead it by 13, but Montreal has really been coming on.
Well, Rocky's too good a receiver to let him have the freedom to roam through those zones and find the open area. He'll kill you every time with it.
Now in this fourth quarter, Hamilton goes with the wind at their back. And Hobart is going deep, looking for Ingram, and he can't catch up to the football. It was a foot race between Harry Skipper and Ron Ingram, but the ball was overthrown. Here's a look at our three-quarter Chevrolet statistical story. Hamilton has 310 yards, Montreal 185. But look at that. Strangely enough, Montreal has 17 first downs. The Ticats only 12. You know, a statistic that doesn't show up there, though, is quarterback sacks. And the Ticats have 6 of those.
Well, you know, this is really a tough position for a young quarterback like Ken Hobart. He's into the fourth quarter now. He's got a 13-point lead, and it can be a little scary about how to try and operate your offense. You've got 2nd and 10. Do I want to put it up? I had a ball picked off by Aaron Hill. This is the time he wants to rely on head coach Al Bruno to maybe make some of the decisions for him and call some of the plays.
DiPietro has caught 7 passes this afternoon for 161 yards. Boy, the heat was there, and Hobart had no choice but to deliver the football into the middle where he knew DiPietro would be coming, but he had to throw it so soon that DiPietro didn't have a chance to get there.
And very timely for the Concordes to come with that blitz. They've got to try and put some pressure on Ken Hobart. Here comes 47, John Pointer. He doesn't get to Hobart, but he forces him to throw the ball short.
Now, Bernie Ruoff has been one of the outstanding kickers in CFL history. He has the wind at his back, and what he wants to do now is pin Montreal deep. Good punt. Skipper said, well, I'll just go right up the sidelines if I can. He gets to the 24-yard line, and that's it. Penalty marker has come down.
Well, Pat Brady and one of the Montreal Concordes players got into a little shoving match on the sidelines, and it's usually the guy that takes the last shot, and in that case it was the Montreal player. I couldn't see his number. We'll see how they call it.
It's against Hamilton. You know, it really has been an entertaining football game, though. The way that Montreal has simply refused to quit. Now they're going to pick up this roughing penalty, and it's going to move the ball out to the 34-yard line.
Well, it's objectionable conduct, and once again, Bud Ulrich's mic is not working, so we can't tell you who it was against. But you know, Pat, you and I always get cranked up for playoff games, and you always hope it's going to be a good game. certainly haven't been disappointed this afternoon.
Now let's see what the wily old veteran Joe Barnes can pull out of his bag of tricks here. In his first down, he runs the draw to Alan Reed, and Reed runs right into Greg Gary. Boy, that was a big play by Greg Gary, because if he doesn't make the tackle, Reed's going to pick up 20 yards minimum.
Well, in all fairness to his blockers, I think Alan Reed made the wrong cut here. Trevor Bowles had position on Greg Gary, and had Alan Reed taken the cut inside, he might have been able to go a lot further.